What's up? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this conversation.
Happy Essence.
So you talk about your transition, and I like that you use that word.
Yes.
Do you not use the D word?
I think it's so loaded. It has such a stigma.
So you're
on
rebranding it.
I am.
I was there at the BET Awards. You
Yes,
were there.
Yes.
Corey's there with your son, Creed.
Yes, we are still a family. We're going to Disneyland together.
The four of you.
Yes, for Halloween. I'm not saying that it's easy because, again, I want to be transparent. Co-parenting, it has its rough patches. I think that we are doing a great job, and the reason why I say that is because family and our kids are what is most important.
Yeah.
As long as there's love and compassion, that's most important.
What is up, guys? So listen, we have to talk about this. So Eva Marcille, we all know her from America's Next Top Model. She's also on that show, All the Queen's Men, which I've never watched. And she also had been on a few seasons of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. But anyway, we know that on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, she got married to her now ex-husband, Michael Sterling. But it's now being reported that they have reconciled. They are back together. And they're also planning to go down the aisle again. Now, do I recommend going down like the proverbial wedding aisle again, like doing an actual wedding? I would not recommend that because one, it's stressful, and two, it's for other people. Go and just do it in front of the judge or whatever and do your own thing just by yourselves and get married again. Do it, because I would say that the love is still there, and that's why they're doing it. I don't know exactly why she chose to make the move to file for divorce from him when she did, because they got married in October of 2018, and she had a child prior to their wedding, but they have two sons named Michael Jr. and Maverick, and she filed for divorce in early 2023, and it was finalized in August of 2023. And so there were rumors when people started seeing them out and about together. Someone commented on a Instagram post, and she posted saying, "Happy Essence, I'm floating, soft launch, hashtag gang gang." And, people are really excited for her. A lot of people say they belong together, and not just because they have children, but they really seem like they loved each other. And of course, outside looking in, nobody really knows what goes on behind closed doors. But I'm happy for her. Let's be clear, guys. I'm not an advocate for anyone to be in a struggle situationship or marriage or relationship. But no freaking person is perfect, let alone relationships. So you have two imperfect people coming together to choose to do life together. And if you can do that, that's a beautiful thing. I'm not saying stay with someone who's cheating on you. I'm not saying stay with someone who has been abusive verbally, emotionally, physically, financially, none of those things, right? But all in all, excluding those things that I just talked about, we're imperfect people choosing to be in a relationship. So if you find that one that you can do life with, because life is hard, life is real hard, then I say kudos to you, congratulations. But what is out here in these streets and in this world these days? If you are looking to be in that, because look, there's some people that just are not cut out for relationships or marriage, and they just need to be single. And I say stay that way. I'm not advocating for anyone to be in a relationship, and definitely not in a marriage just for the sake of optics or pleasing other people or doing it for the gram or social media or anything like that, guys. But I also am not advocating for people to split up because of some things that you can work out internally, externally, with therapy, working on yourself, working on your relationship, doing those things. So I'm happy for them. So with the reconciliation of Eva and Michael. A lot of people are, wondering if after them being divorced for 2 years and deciding not just to get back together, but to soft launch it to the public, people wondering, could Tia do something similar? Could she be on a similar path? Is it possible for her? So yeah, Eva dropped the soft launch video on her Instagram. They're in the golf cart. Her head is on his shoulder. They're smiling. They look happy. She looks happy and healthy, because there were images of her from, I don't know, maybe sometime last year. She really was not looking good. And we know that there have been some people that have suffered health conditions and health issues silently, but were in the public eye, and people speculated on what was going on. And unfortunately, they have been going through a cancer battle. And so now people try not to judge people by what they look like, because they could be going through something silently, and we understand that. But we can't say that they didn't look healthy, and she definitely wasn't looking healthy. So she posted that. She captioned it, "My Forever, Gang Gang." And, people were big up in it. So when she divorced, citing irreconcilable differences, they kept co-parenting, and that was strong. And so, things started heating up. The passion was still there. The love was still there. And some people are saying love wins. So that brings me to Tia Mowry. And I was really careful about talking about Tia when it was announced that she was going through a divorce, because I talked about it a little bit, and I pretty much got attacked in my comments. People were saying I was advocating for, a marriage that didn't need to be, and for struggle situations, struggle relationships. He's broke, she's rich, she's tired of carrying the weight and all this other stuff. And it's like, child, what are you talking about? First of all, she never said any of those things. So for anyone to put that out there and assume, you're assuming. You don't know that. But two, Tia and Tamara, even though we know Tia and Tamara were not married to Corey, but let's be clear, Tia and Tamara, they have been working since they were little girls. We're talking before Sister. And I'm the same age as they are. So I know, I used to watch Sister. I still do sometimes if I catch it on a rerun, because I did like that show. But they have been working forever. So for them to be with men, although we know Tamara is married to a man that's pretty wealthy, but he comes from money. Tia, she was in a relationship with someone that I believe she actually loved. She said a lot of things and insinuated things in her reality show, My Next Act, which I did watch out of curiosity. But honestly, I felt this way, and a lot of people felt this way about her reality show. They said that it was a pity party. She was very vague, talking about her relationship and the separation. And then we found out that the reality show will not be returning. And I can see why, but she kept emphasizing about her relationship, that she wasn't going to return to something that no longer served her. Cool. That's her choice. That's her right. But this is the thing, guys. With Tia, it wasn't just about her separating from her husband, filing for divorce, being single, and just being free and living her life and co-parenting with her ex-husband, father of her children. It was that she was talking about going out on dates, and the blind date that she went on, and this guy that she met, and that guy that she met. And it was like, the ink was dry for 2 seconds, and then she's already talking about dating other people. Girl, you were with this man for so many years. You really need to just be calm and cool and collected. Learn who you are as an individual. Be by yourself and figure yourself out before you decide to start dating other people, because you're not ready for it, obviously. You're not ready for it. And two, maybe you will never be ready for it, because maybe you should just, hey, I made a mistake. I just needed a break. I just needed a few girls trips. I just needed some, solo time, some me time, some girl time. But I love my marriage. I love my household. I love my family. But I just need some time by myself for a little bit. And that's okay. Even the Bible talks about separation and reconciliation. So to go through what she has went through and then just make it seem like she was on a divorce tour where she was advocating for divorce, not just advocating for just being an individual. It just really got tiring I know for me and for a lot of people. But I don't even really like to talk about marriage a lot like that because I feel like every relationship is separate and individual, and you cannot say that your experience is going to be anyone else's experience. But yet and still, I am all for people who are in healthy relationships, but just having issues, working things out and reconciling. Because I'm not saying that people cannot upgrade or find someone better in life or whatever, if it comes to that, especially if the person that you are with is trash. But I just simply do not believe that Tia's husband was trash. I believe Tia was going through some things, and instead of working on herself, she just chose to dissolve the marriage. And she was making vague, statements about not, feeling loved, and I just really was like, girl, this is tiring. And even on the reality show, she had a bachelorette party, but it was like for singles sort of thing. And she was, with her friends, quote unquote. I'm assuming they're real friends, but I don't know. I know one of them was her assistant. So I don't know. Not here to judge the relationships or friendships, but they were going to be doing things that she said she never had the opportunity to do. So to me, it was just she just really wanted to experience some things because she's been with this man for a long time, and she got with him when she was pretty young, and she maybe had been feeling like she was missing something. And I don't believe that those things were fulfilling to the point where it's like, okay, now I'm good. And I still don't need my husband. I don't even need a man. But because she was so public with the divorce, and then she was just talking about it so much on so many different outlets and platforms, that it just became like, girl, you really want to be married and you miss your husband, just go back and get that man. But I feel like for the sake of pride, she probably would never do it. I wouldn't say that she wouldn't get back with him because the relationship was terrible. I just believe that she has a lot of pride and she will not go there. So I'm happy to see that Eva and her ex-husband Michael have decided to patch things up, say let's do it again, and they're going to do it again. So they were married for 14 years. She filed for divorce. It was finalized in April of 2023. And then he made a statement about the divorce, and he said that it was a year and a half crying myself to sleep every night. People who know me know that my kids and family were everything to me. I'm stronger than I thought I was by the grace of God. I'm here and I'm still going. He's never publicly bashed her. And I will say this, she never publicly bashed him either, but she did make insinuations that left people wondering what is up. And of course, especially, I don't want to say of course, but with a lot of women, especially, I will say, they gave the assumptions that, it's because he's a broke bum. He don't make as much money as she do, and she got tired of carrying the weight all these years. She knew what it was going into this relationship with him, that she had more star power. She had a longer career in film in Hollywood, and she was, getting a lot of opportunities because of her experience. She already knew she was the breadwinner, but he wasn't a broke bum. The man, he works, he's worked on The Chi. He's done a lot of different things. You may not know about them, but he's working. So it's not like he and she were Sherry Shepherd and Sherry Shepherd's ex-husband that was with her for like a cool minute. they had a child together, which was through surrogate, and he filed for divorce and asked for alimony and child support. This is not that. And that was not this. But at any rate, a lot of people are wondering, can she spin the block? Is it possible? Would she be willing to do it? Is she too prideful? Is it too late? Would Corey even want her back after some of the public humiliation that he may have felt with the way that she was going around talking about divorce and insinuating things about him as if he wasn't there for her and he didn't love her, and kind of like he was just around for the ride, if you will. But again, I just want to know what your thoughts are about this, because again, I'm happy that Eva and Michael have decided to, go forward with their relationship and make it work. I'm not an advocate for having a big old wedding again, because she had a huge wedding on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, very expensive, multiple dresses, all of the pictures and all that stuff. But hey, if you got the money and you want to do it again, then yeah, go ahead and do it. But I just don't feel that the stress is necessary, because weddings are for the other people. The marriage is what is important. That is what you are supposed to be putting the work in for, not a ceremony for people to come eat for free, bring some gifts, and then you have some pretty pictures to look at when you feel like looking at them. But again, just my thoughts. But I really want to know what you guys think about it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind when we